Jessica Whitworth and another episode of Mama Needs a Drink. Thanks for joining me today. Something really special, something I've never done before. We're doing a Zoom tasting today with Scot from True North Distilling. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having us. We're very happy to be here.
Fantastic. I am super excited. Now, you were really kind enough to send me 3 of your products that we're going to be looking at today. So what we're doing is a gin.
That's right.
Correct. And then this is the 5440. Is this a whiskey?
It's an Irish whiskey.
An Irish whiskey. And then the Muscat.
That's a Muscat liqueur. It's a fortified wine.
Awesome. So I can see with the background, it's going to be a little bit funny. So I'm going to try to get the products in and the visuals as best I can here.
We'll sort it out.
How would you like to start, Scot?
So why don't we start with a little bit of background on we are a craft distillery. It's how we start most of our tastings, a little bit about what the craft industry is. And that is we are limited to traditional techniques. Everything that we make has to be made from products grown in British Columbia. And we have a limited amount of product that we can make in a year. So everything you're going to drink today is made from grains, grapes, fruits, everything grown in BC. So BC farmers benefit, BC employees benefit, BC taxes benefit. Those dollars aren't leaving the province. The craft distillery program is one of the best things any BC government has ever done for small business.
Yes.
It seems to widely benefit people.
Agreed.
So we're going to start with the gin in front of you. Now, you were questioning me about the name of the gin. If you want to hold that up.
Yes. So please tell me, how do you pronounce this?
So this is an Arabic spelling of genie, which is why there's a genie there. But it's our little joke with it is that if you read it very, very Canadian, it says gin, eh?
Oh my gosh, it does.
Yes, it does.
It does. It literally says gin, eh? That's hilarious. I love it. Okay.
So the unique things about this, now if you just pop it sideways, it won't pull out. There you go.
Got it, yeah.
The unique thing about this is a vin gin, which means it's made from grapes, not grain. And so it's a bit softer, it's a bit fuller mouthfeel to it.
Okay.
We do not use a gin basket, which is a traditional way to make gin, where you make your alcohol and it boils up and goes through a tea bag, steams through, and it comes down with particulate and a bit of color, which you apparently can't have in gin for some reason the British invented. So what we do is we use what we call the Bombay method. And we take our grapes and we make this beautiful proprietary blend from local vineyards. We've got, goodness gracious, 4 of them here in town. We buy all their grapes. We crush them ourselves because we have to do all the work ourselves. We can't buy grape juice or brandy ready made. So we ferment them out and we make our base brandy at about 70%, which we then steep with a great big tea bag full of our botanicals, which in this case includes predominantly juniper and elderberry, which gives you a really nice earthiness in the back of the palate. So then we put it back through the still with the tea bag intact, and it comes all the way up and comes down through the cooling worm with all of the esters and oils still present. We don't have to charcoal filter to get rid of the color, which means you get that nice full mouthfeel rather than that painted pine taste on your tongue.
Right.
So you're going to get about half the juniper you get in a commercial gin. It doesn't have that mouth punch some people look for. So the first thing you want to do is give it a little nose. You want to swirl around. And it's going to smell, you're going to smell the juniper, but you're also going to smell a couple of additional things in there, predominantly the elderberry.
Yeah, I can smell that. Definitely.
Okay. So when you take a taste, treat this like you're tasting wine. Okay? Get it in your mouth, swirl it all the way around, coat your entire mouth in it, and try and get the after flavor, which should touch just the back of your palate.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things I'd like all the viewers to notice is that she didn't make the gin face.
Didn't.
Because we all come here at True North, we come from whiskey families. And we never put soda pop in our liquor. We drink things straight. And so everything we make is designed so that you can drink it straight.
Yep.
Or at worst on rocks at room temperature. And so the reality is, if you don't like the taste of whiskey at room temperature, you don't like the taste. And so you should look for a different bottle. There's thousands of them out there. I'm not saying mine's the only one. I'm saying find the one you like to drink. If you like the way it tastes in your mouth, you're going to have a better experience.
And what I am experiencing in my mouth, what I'm actually loving is this like amazing like tingling sensation.
Mm-hmm.
Like a nice tingling sensation, and just that the flavor of it is just kind of lingering in my mouth. But I'm not getting the whiskey face. It's not burning. It was actually just really beautiful to drink. So
Thank
nice.
you. Yeah, and it's got a nice full mouth feel to it. It's oily. It stays in the tongue for a long finish.
Yeah.
Now you can drink this straight in your teacup, or you can mix it with tonic. Either way, there's lots of beautiful tonics out there. We recommend a Fever Tree elderflower tonic to go with that. You get the floral from the elderflower, and you get the earthiness from the elderberry combined. It's a very nice experience.
Yes, I have Fever Tree at home as well. It's one of my favorites, so that would work really well together. Awesome. All right, what's next?
All right, I think next we're going to go to the Irish whiskey. Now, our Irish whiskey is called Area D 5440. It's a little historical note. There you go. It's a little historical note to Canada's early days when we were setting the meridian of the border with the United States. There was a political party whose fight song was 5440 or fight, and they were all Irish. So since we can't call it Irish whiskey, given that it's made in Canada, we've made some, we'll call them clues on the label. There's a red-haired girl holding an Irish harp and a sheaf of barley, dressed in harlequin pants, and it's called 5440. So these are it's Irish whiskey clues.
Awesome.
So again, I'm going to ask you to just taste it, aerate it a little bit, and let it sit in your tongue. It's quite light. Our whiskeys are unoaked or lightly oaked. Irish whiskey has to have a little bit of oak, but you're going to be able to smell that sweetness from the barley. I
was just going to say, like, normally when I smell a whiskey, it's almost like a burn to the nose, and this is sweet. There's none of that at all. I just smell sweetness. And so that's largely to do with our 100% copper still with sea glass in the column. But this is a beautiful barley. This is what whiskey tastes like if it's not overpowered by wood. The smell is beautiful. Thank you. Again, not making the whiskey face. I don't think I've ever had a mouthful of whiskey and not been like, okay, yeah, or tried to like swallow it really quickly. Well, this is our goal, is that you can drink these, just drink them. That's what we like. That is lightly oaked, because unoaked Irish whiskey tastes like you're swallowing lava. It's called poitín, and it's really an acquired taste. You get a little bit of oak in there, and it sweetens it up, and it's grandma's kitchen with a little bite. It's really nice. I mean, and I guess you could put this on the rocks if you wanted it to be absolutely colder, but I am really just enjoying this like straight up on its own. Well, that's great to hear. And last but not least, the Muscat. Our Muscat liqueur. Now, the Australians invented Muscat liqueur. You've all probably been familiar with Moscato, which is a wine. Yes. This is actually a liqueur. The Australians make it so sweet that you almost need insulin to drink it, but the flavor is amazing. They call Christmas pudding in a glass. Now, I am Canadian, and my palate is a little bit lighter than that. So we've made Canada's only organic cherry Muscat liqueur. We use an Osceola Muscat, which is a lighter white Muscat rather than a black. Okay. And instead of fortifying the wine with just neutral grain alcohol, we use a beautiful organic cherry that we get from Preston. We make our brandy with our local grapes, and we blend it in to inoculate, get the whole thing settled, and you get this beautiful porty kind of caramel to it, along with the intense fruit of the grape, and just a little bit of a hint of complexity from the tannins found in the cherry. There's absolutely no oak in this one, but it does have that kind of complexity you get from oak. It's got a beautiful color on it. Thank you. That's all from the cherry skins. Yeah. And smell the cherry. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that is so beautiful. You got a bit of caramel on the palate. You've got the fruit, the sweetness. Oh man, like something like that, just right after a meal, like a nice dessert. Absolutely. Beautiful. People pour it on their ice cream even. Now, we won a gold medal at the Canadian Artisanal Spirits this year for taste, excellence, and terroir. So they feel it really reflects our local area here with all of the organic fruits and like that. So we're very pleased with that. That's a limited edition at this point. We can't duplicate it this year. Oh, so get it while you can is
Get
what
it
you're
while
saying.
you can.
Awesome. This was just such a fantastic experience. Thank you so much.
Well, thanks for having me. It's always easier when you know what you're tasting.
Yes, absolutely. And if people want to find you, the website is truenorthdistilleries.com.
That is correct.
So please visit them. And if you are in Grand Forks, stop by. And your tasting room is open right now?
Our tasting room is open by appointment. Give us a call. Give us an hour to set up. The tasting rules with the government right now require a little extra preparation.
Of course, yeah.
We're totally doing tastings, and we certainly sell and ship online, and we're open for sales.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Scott. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. Very nice to meet you. Hope to see you in person.
Absolutely. I'm going to make a trip as soon as I can.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.